Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching this video from. You're welcome to Time Out with Blessing. And as usual, I started 2 to 3 minutes earlier to give more space for people to join in. Please, if you're watching the replay, kindly go to the comments section and type replay. Then you tell me your location, okay? We'll be starting at exactly 8 p.m. on the dot. In today's Time Out with Blessing, we are going to be talking about how you can build connection with your target audience. Thank you to the 2 people that have joined in. You know how we do it on Time Out with Blessing. Please state your location in the comments and tell me if you can hear me correctly. I want to give a shout out, so please state your location, tell me your location, and I'll call your name. All right? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, Machioma, for joining in. Thank you so much. Who else is live? Please tell me your location. So getting right into it because I want to really stick to time right now. Hello, Matthew. Please tell me your location. Today we will be talking about how to build a connection with your target audience. See, it is not enough to know them. Neither is it enough to know. Okay, to build a profitable brand, you need to go beyond knowing the answer to people's problems, to knowing how to overcome them, because you're not the only one who has the solution. You're not the only one in that particular line of business. You're not the only one doing that thing. So what will make you stand out? Why would a prospective client leave someone close to him or someone else to come to you? What makes you stand out in your field? One thing that can actually make you stand out is your unique model. So everyone is solving the same problem, but people are doing it differently. So that is your unique model. It can help you stand out. But what can help you stand out even more is the ability to build an emotional connection. Sorry, I got cut off there. So what can make you stand out even more is your ability to build an emotional connection with your target audience. My name is Blessing Okebe, and in today's Time Out with Blessing, I will be teaching you how you can build an emotional connection with your target audience. All right, so let's get right into it. Why is this important? Like I said in my post, the post I made about today's Time Out with Blessing, I told you that people no longer buy logically. They don't just patronize you because you know what to do, because you know their problems. Please, I would really love you to share this video because it can help a lot of business owners and personal brands out there. So please hit the share button and share, like, engage in the comments. I want this to be as engaging as possible. Okay, thank you, Solomon, for joining. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Mesama, for joining. Tell me your location, and please, I want you to do something for me because it's very important. Once you get any points, please use the comments. Tell me about a point, because I will be going through your comments to take these points and use it and repurpose it for my carousels on IG. So please, I need your comments. All right. So like I was saying before, why is this important? People no longer buy logically. They no longer buy from you because you have their solutions. They buy from you based on how the relationship they have with you. So the is relationships and community. The future of every business, please write this down. The future of every business, of every brand, please type this in the comments, is relationships and community. Okay, so this is super important if you want to build a profitable brand. And if I'm talking about profitable brand, I'm not talking about just money, because money is not the only profit you make from your brand. I'm talking about opportunities. I'm talking about impact. I'm talking about influence. So don't limit the profit you can make from your brand to just money. There's a lot to it. Okay, so now let's dig right into it. How can you build a connection with your target audience? Now, but I'm niching down to emotional connections. Okay, connecting with someone. You know how relationships are. You enter a relationship to feel a connection with that person, especially for romantic relationships. You don't just enter a relationship just for anything, because you feel an emotional connection with that person, which could be love. Okay, you have a relationship with your pastor because perhaps you have respect for him. You have a connection with your boss because you respect a relationship with your boss because you respect your boss. So having an emotional connection with someone isn't just all about pity, as people say it. It's all about every other thing. Anger is a connection. Respect is a connection. You can connect with a relationship with someone just because you respect that person. Okay, so it's not just all about pity, it's not just all about liking someone. So let's not limit our minds to that. So I thank you so much. Please use the comments and tell me your points. Okay, very important. Tell me your points. I've stated why this is important. I've stated the connections that I'm talking about, and now we will dive right into how you can build this connection with your target audience. First and very importantly is having genuine interest in your target audience. Okay, so there a lot of people are actually coming online to build their business, to promote their business, just to make money. And if people see that you just want to make money from them, they won't buy from you. There is a low chance that they will buy from you. They want to be sure that you care about them. You're not just after their money. Okay, nobody wants to be used. I don't want to be used. I've forgotten the person who said this, but it says everybody likes to buy, but they don't like to be sold to. So nobody wants to be used. Okay, so you have to have genuine interest in people. You're not just all about taking their money. You have to show them that you really want to solve their problem beyond taking their money. So you don't want to use them, you don't want to rip them off. You want to solve their problem beyond taking their money. Please use the comments and help me type this. You want to solve their problem beyond taking their money. So the first way to build this connection is to really have genuine interest in people, especially if you're building your brand based on passion. This will be easy for you because passion is something that flows from within, out of the desire to help people. Okay, so if you're building a brand focused on passion, this will be really easy for you. But for business owners, you need to go beyond selling your goods and services to being genuinely interested in your target audience. Now, when you're genuinely interested in your target audience, it's going to show. It's just the abundance of your heart, the mouth speaketh. If you're really interested in your target audience, everything you do, everything about your brand, everything that comes out of your brand will show, will indicate that interest, because people can smell it when you want to use them. Okay, now we've established that fact. How you can now build a connection after having this genuine interest in people is your content. Content is super important, and I'm not just talking about any kind of content. I'm talking about content that speaks to people. Like I said when I started, you need to go beyond knowing the answer to people's problems. Yes, people will come to you if you have their answers, which is one of the things you should do as a personal brand to build profit, because that is what will attract people to you. But if people can see themselves in your content, that is what will build a connection between the both of you. So you need to be able to build relatable content, to create relatable content. Create a content that when I'm reading it, I'll be like, is this person in my shoes? Is she in my shoes? How did she know? How did she know? Because sometimes I create content, and I'm sure a couple of people here, and they'll be like, it's like you're talking to me. How did you? So because they see themselves in your shoes, and when you create relatable content and people are able to see themselves in your shoes, they'll feel like you understand them. You guys have a mutual understanding, and when you have a mutual understanding with someone, you're able to build a connection with them, because you feel like, I can just talk and this person will understand. So if they want to buy from you, they're not just buying from you because you solve their problem. They're buying from you because they feel you understand their plight. So you can actually solve people's problems without really understanding it. So you might think that what works for A, maybe two people are having the same problems, so you're thinking that what works for A will also work for B, not knowing that there are factors that might influence that problem and solution. So you need to be able to make people to show people that you understand them completely. And you do this by creating relatable content. Now, how do you create relatable content? Simple, through your stories. That is one of the powerful ways. Now, this is where storytelling comes into play. People connect to stories. Stories carry this emotion. Stories carry this emotion, especially personal stories. When I'm telling you parents, okay, so just stop just creating anything that comes from your mind. Ask yourself, what are the things I've been through that can help others? Because if you've been through it, it's very, very possible that your target audience is going through it, or have been through it but still don't know how to overcome it. So be able to create relatable content. Guys, are you getting value? If you're getting value, please type value in the comments. If you're getting value, please type value in the comments. So number one, you need to be able to create relatable content through storytelling. And when I talk about storytelling, it doesn't need to be negative, because I think a lot of people think that storytelling is all about bad stories, pitiable stories. No, it can be a normal story, like what happened to you on your way to work, what happened in a conversation with someone, how you're able to relate with someone. Okay, so the sense through storytelling. And another one which is very important that I think I see a lot of people taking for granted is engagement. Engagement. It is not enough to create content. After the content, what next? Some people just come, create content, type something, and boom, they are gone. You don't see them again until they have another value to share, another rema to share. And if you do that consistently and people start noticing this, it's going to tell on your brand, because you're just there to talk your own and go. You're not even listening to them. So when you create content, what are the engagements like? And this is not just limited to the engagements on your post. How do you relate with other people? So I've talked about relatable content. I'm talking about your engagements and how you relate with other people on the social media space. So how do you relate with other people? When I put up a content and someone comments on my post, how do I relate with them? Do I relate with them as someone who has been my long-time friend? You know that moment when there's this thing that normally happens. If I'm walking on the road and someone just comes and be like, hey, how far? How are you doing? It has been long. And maybe I don't know that person. Most probably, I'll be like, okay. I won't be rude to that person, except for some people, because that person is engaging, is trying to relate to me as someone that they've known before. And as time go and as the conversation continues, we'll keep talking and we'll not know that I just met this person on the street. So speak with people not as business prospects, speak with them as friends. When they engaged, yes, it's okay to be formal, but you cannot connect with people by just being formal in quotes. So it's okay to make jokes. It's okay to use words that are quite understandable, to make friends out of them, to try to build a friendly aura, such that they can tell you anything. So you don't want to be in your high horses, because if you're there, people wouldn't really want to relate with you. They'll feel like, I don't want to get snubbed by this person, or this person is feeling too big. I'm not telling you to bring yourself low, but I'm telling you to make yourself more relatable. Not just in your content. How do you comment on other people's posts? Because one way to build visibility is engaging in other people's posts. You don't know who is looking at that post. So if you're able to make yourself relatable as a person through your engagements, through the way you interact with people, you'll be able to build a connection with them. So I'm checking. Okay, we'll be rounding off pretty soon. Another one is your expressions. Your expressions. Now, when I'm talking about expressions, I'm talking about your actions, I'm talking about your voice, and I'm talking about your looks. These three things. Now, let's start with your looks. There are some people that when you see them, you'll be like, no, I cannot talk to this person. The way they look. They look just like I said previously, a few seconds ago. They look approachable. So nobody will really want to know more about them, because they're afraid of being in quote snubbed. So that's that for looks. Another one is your voice. See, it's not enough to post text. It's not enough to post written words on Facebook. You need to do more through your voice and through videos. That's where action comes in place. Why do you think I'm doing this live video? Because I want to build a connection with people. People can see you can be anything when you write, but when people are able to see me talking to them, when you're able to see me talking to you, when you're able to hear my voice, when you're able to see how I act, you feel this connection with me because you just like, oh, this person is just like every other person there. This person is just simple. This person is relatable. Still hinging on relatability. Okay. So your voice actually, there are some people who, when you listen to their voices, you be like, wow, I feel like I can tell this person anything. There's some people when you just see how they are goofy, how they act, and they're not always serious all the time. You be like, okay, so this person is actually relatable. So now you can see me smiling. You can see me doing what I know how to do. You can see me. Through the way I speak, you can know I'm confident, I'm bold, that I can talk, I can teach. So you know me beyond my content you see on Facebook. You get to see me, though not face to face somehow though, because I'm looking at your screen. So this will build an emotional connection with people. And which brings me to my last, which is live videos. Live videos. You need to be able to do live videos. Stop hiding behind the camera, please. Comments, please type value in the comments, okay? Because I'm about to round off, and don't forget to tell me your location. So you need to engage in more live videos. You need to do more live videos if you're not doing live videos, because once people see you, once people can talk to you, and it will even bring more opportunities your way, especially speaking opportunities. We've gotten just because I decided to come online and talk, and I decided to do live videos, because as you're talking, people can perceive your boldness. If I'm someone that is shy, you will know. But the way I talk, but the way I am acting, but I'm not shy, and you know, because I am speaking boldly. If I stand with a crowd of people, I will actually speak more boldly. So when people see me, they already have this perception, oh, she has a good command of English, she can talk. Because anybody, sorry to say this, anybody can create content. Anybody can create content. Anybody can go list something from Google, paste it, everybody shouting value, value, rema, rema, rema. But when it's time to talk, when it's time to do live sections, that's when you know who the hidden experts are, especially when questions start coming. Now, talking about questions, please use the comments and ask your questions. I'll be using the next 2 minutes to answer them. Please ask your questions. I'll be using the next 2 minutes to answer them. So guys, you need to do more live videos. Your target audience seeing you will help you to connect. In summary, what I just said is, first, content storytelling. I talked about engagements and relatability, and I talked about what was the last thing I talked about? And I talked about doing live videos, your actions. And another thing I want to say is your ability to dice the way you think and the way you reason. You see, there are some people you respect on this space just because of the way they reason. Maybe their sense is uncommon. Remember I said emotional connection is just not all about pity, anger. It can come in form of respect. You feel respect for this person, especially when trending issues are coming into play. And you see how this person is able to dissect a lot of things. You see how this person is able to think in a way not common. You feel this attraction to this person because people are naturally attracted to intelligent people. So before you put anything out there, especially when it's an issue that is trending, please think about it, okay? Think about it. So guys, any questions? While I'm waiting for questions, talking about live videos and content and storytelling, I am hosting a 30 days intensive training on how you can create content, valuable content consistently, content that will boost your visibility, content that will make your audience know, like, and trust you, and a lot of other courses. There are a lot of courses attached to this, and one of them is actually live videos. Thank God I talked about live videos. Another one is storytelling. If you want to know more about it, you can send me a message, or you can scroll through my timeline and you will see a post I made about it. The price is actually 7,500, but from now till Sunday, if you pay from now till Sunday, you get it at just 5,000 naira. From Sunday upwards is 7,500 naira because you're starting from Monday. I guess not. Okay, it has been an amazing time with everyone here. Thank you so much for joining Time Out with Blessing. Okay, babe. Same time, same profile next week. For now, from me to you is bye.